Welcome to another episode of Atomic Pumpkin. I'm Keenan.
I'm Gianna.
This episode we did a papier-mâché mask. Well, we attempted to do two papier-mâché masks, but we ran into a little issues. I've never done a papier-mâché anything, not since I was probably 6 years old. So it was a bit of a challenge because normally as a mask maker, I sculpt it in full detail, then mold it in stone or, and then, pull latex mask. This was like a whole new challenge. But don't skimp on bandages. We bought cheap bandages to do this process the way we did it.
Yeah.
The way we thought was interesting to do and attempt. And cheap bandages, they would not dry. They wasn't really strong enough, and Gianna's didn't really hold well. So it was just hanging by a thread. I told her to just keep going. It looks great, but she trashed it. So
yeah, I couldn't do it anymore.
So nevertheless, we'll probably try it again. And now that we know the pitfalls of what not to do, and but anyhow, it was a little awkward for me because I wanted to keep sculpting in detail. And for this process, if you decide to sculpt a monster, you don't want to capture detail from the clay. You have to capture the detail with the outer layer of paper that we were using, which was a whole new deal for me. So
yeah, it was not easy.
And plus I was using a certain type of clay, monster clay, for the first time, which is another challenge in itself. I've never played with it. I liked it, and I'll probably use it again at some point. But anyway, hope you enjoy the video. Okay, here I am.
Keep it.
No,
keep it. It's good.
I didn't want to start with saying okay. It's a long story. Anyway, I'm starting to put the clay on, and this is that monster clay I was talking about. There's several different kinds of clay you can use. Chavant, that's another favorite one we like.
Yeah.
Wed clay, which is Walt Disney clay. It's soft and easier to manipulate. I mean, I would probably use the wed clay to begin with.
Not me.
No? Okay.
I like harder clays.
All right, so I'm working with this clay, and it's hard, and you can soften it up by heating it up. So this is kind of like a learning curve with messing with this clay that I'm using. So I'm starting to get the form of what I'm wanting to make, and I was using reference photos from Salem's Lot, the vampire in Salem's Lot. And when you're sculpting anything, you always want to use reference pictures. Even if it's a made-up monster of some kind, you want to take from our reality. So even if it's like a bug creature, you want to take bits and pieces of, I don't know, grasshoppers or whatever that's in nature. And that falls with anything to make it more real. I mean, if you're wanting realism, right?
Right.
Not if you want to do a cartoon character, that's that's a different story. But
right.
So
And what are you sculpting on?
Oh, it's an armature from Monster Makers.
We'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, they have everything you could ever want to create some kind of monster. And that's a human head armature that I'm sculpting on. And I think they might have a female version.
No, because I looked for one.
I thought they did.
They have a female full bust, like chest up, the entire head. So you could get that if you want.
Yeah. So I'm working the ears, and I think I might have already reset them because I thought they were too high. And that's part of anatomy, is where your ears will set with your eyes, right?
The top of the ear is level with like the middle of your eye.
Right. So the eyes look funny because one of them I made a long time ago. Looks like a human eye, and the other one's just a blank
form.
Yeah, that we put in to use as forms when we're sculpting. So just moving along. I thought you made it a little bit more fast forward than this, but.
Well, I mean, people want to see it, I think. You know? It's like, we're not leaving anything out. We always want to find... Yeah.
I mean, anyway, this is one of my favorite things to do, is sculpting and making monsters. We've made masks in the past, and it's a lot of fun. And we may do videos on that in the future too. More than likely, not maybe, we will.
Right.
How to sculpt, more on sculpting, and maybe start to finish of a latex mask or something, because that's my forte, I guess.
Yeah,
but we might,
sculpting.
I don't know, maybe you guys could tell us what you would want, if you would like maybe a live video of sculpting or something, or
we can't go live till we have 1,000 subs. So please,
I don't know the in and outs
subscribe and share and like.
I don't know the in and outs of the YouTube laws. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to sculpt.
If we had a Patreon, we could go live.
Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
We're just learning this.
Wrapping my head around this. Yeah, so working on the cheekbones. And so for me, I'm not a very fast sculptor. Gianna's way faster than me. I'll do something and go, oh, that looks great. And then I walk away, take a break, come back and go, oh my God, that's crap. So it's good to walk away from, if you get overwhelmed, and just take a break, walk back to it, and see it with new, fresh eyes.
Yep.
Our cat is meowing to get in because she
the one
has to be part of the show always.
The one that's always in the video.
Yeah, and by the way, we do not put her on the table.
Come here,
for
Yaman.
our intros. She just jumps up there. She's free to roam, go wherever she wants, and she knows it's showtime, I guess, and jumps right up on the table.
Come here, Yamans.
She knows when the lights go dim, it's like showtime.
Yeah.
You gotta get on the table.
Yeah.
So
come here.
Sorry. Where this is where I was like, I'm wanting to create more detail, and I keep trying to hold back of putting in that detail, because when we put the cast over it, it just kind of, you're using the sculpt to capture the form, and then you have to do the detail with the paper.
Yeah, you don't worry about detail.
I've never done that, and I'm just like, I gotta hold back. So another thing I probably would have done different is made all my features more exaggerated and bigger.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I noticed that with mine too.
Because I lost the form of my eyes because it got lost in the bandages, and
the thickness of it
should have been bigger.
Yeah. So my witch nose should have been double the size.
So that's one of our don'ts we learned. Make everything a little bigger. So I'm just I'm using a tool to just scrape down. It scrapes the surface so you can see where your high and lows are, and also just kind of level it out a little bit.
Yep. Smooth it out.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Thank y'all.
You're so fast.
I'm so fast right now. Look at that. Look at me go. This is easy. Haha. So, what's next here? Oh, okay. Still working on the ears?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So I was happy with that. Still a little lumpy, but I was like, I'm going to put bandages all over it. So, okay, I guess.
You whizzed through.
Oh, we whizzed through that and put the bandages on.
You were just showing, like, you cut up the bandages, dip it in water, and then you put them on. And then this step you didn't like, right? Or did you? I don't know. Wood glue and water and paper towels.
So that's what we were going to do that's what we did was bandages and wood glue with paper towels. Now the paper towel situation, I don't know if the shop towels I used were too thick or whatever, but it just seemed to not work how I wanted it to. As far as like, I don't know, what am I trying to say?
It was new for me.
It's almost like it just stayed wet. Like part of it was probably our impatience with it too. I mean, we were like, why is this not dry yet? Like, what do we do? So
I know. Like the next day it wasn't dry and we were freaking out. We were like, mine crumbled. Yeah.
Gianna's just was not hanging in there.
Nah. Nope.
So that's me trying to press in. You want to press the rags. Now I would use regular paper towels probably.
Yeah.
But you want to press it in all the lows. And okay, we're already on painting it. See, we skipped to.
Well, see, no, it's all right. Look, we took the shop towels off, and then we were trying regular paper towels and dipping it in house paint. And I think it would have worked.
That's right. This is our second attempt. So
right.
We thought the wood glue thing was not working. So we switched to what we saw in a video. They used house paint. So that seemed to be better.
Yep.
I don't know if we're the best example of, because we don't have perfect videos of, well, this is how you do it, and da-da-da-da-da. And I feel like we just, like I've said many times, we're just, winging it and doing it and
trying new things
and showing you how to do it and tell you the do's and don'ts. A lot of those videos just like to do it, and there you go. It's that easy, and it's not.
Right.
They like to leave details out.
Right.
We want to try to avoid that.
Right. So, because mine didn't work out, I am going to be making another one, just FYI.
But what Gianna's doing right now is like we said with the paper towels, is you got to form your details, and she's making eyebrows and wrinkles and all that. And she's doing extra. You can actually move the paper around. Oh yeah, I dropped mine in the dirt. I dropped it in the dirt.
It was like the worst luck.
I was like, of course. I don't even know what to do right now. So, but anyway, you move the paper around after you've soaked it in paint or whatever, and just shift it around, and you can add little pieces on top to just how you think wrinkles would form in nature or natural.
Right.
Mine was kind of a vampire monster, and I was like, I don't know, just sorry, excuse me. So I don't know, just slap it on, so I wasn't totally happy with it, but I It really turned out creepy.
It's very creepy.
It's so creepy in the dark.
I don't like it.
Yeah, Gianna says it's way scarier than Michael Myers.
Yeah, so, I don't like it.
So yeah, I'm just pushing the paper around, trying to get forms. I added a little bit on the bottom lip because, like I said before, I didn't make everything bigger, so I lost that form. Which
I'll show in my video of my mask that I make next.
Oh yeah, she's gonna make another one.
Yeah, since mine didn't work.
Mm-hmm. And what's this clay I'm using?
This is epoxy sculpt. It is 2 parts, equal parts. You mix A and B together. It's like plumber's putty, but you have 4-hour working time instead of 5 minutes with plumber putty.
I'm sorry, this isn't the greatest angle to see what I'm actually doing, but I'm putting gums and teeth in. I was trying to show you guys what Gianna's doing.
It's all good.
I didn't know you could fast forward the whole thing. It's okay.
I could have slowed it down.
It's all good.
Just doing dumb work.
All right, so it was dry, so I started painting the colors I thought would be work in low light. Just a base coat. I couldn't tell you the color. What are those paints?
Arteza.
Arteza?
Uh-huh. You can get them off Amazon.
Yeah, they got some cool colors.
20-pack.
Okay, here's the final image.
I hope you guys like the video this week, and remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. You all have a great week.